Nicole. Hello, darling lady. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is very exciting. Sweet 16 years of polka doodles.
I know, it's unbelievable.
I feel like I've known you for pretty much all of them.
You have?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you were my first ever...
Was that your first show?
Don't you remember? Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I was so nervous. I was literally...
Well, look at you now, an icon, quite frankly.
Oh, come on.
You are a crafting icon, which is brilliant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Which is brilliant. But, I mean, normally, when it's your birthday, we bring you the gifts. But you've decided because it's your birthday, you are bringing the gifts to everybody out there.
Yeah.
We have got some brand new deals for you that Nikki is launching today. TV exclusive, brand new this hour here at Hobbymaker, just for you. And the prices are all birthday prices, and they're all designed by the fabulous Nikki as well. If you love her style, get everything on the show. It's all covered under the £4.95 P&P if you can stretch to it. Also, I will say, everything for all of the shows is now available on the website. It's all on pre-order, as we call it, which means you can shop ahead and buy stuff. If you think, oh, but the prices haven't dropped, don't worry. All of the items that we're going to be showing you right the way up to, 4 or 5 p.m. this afternoon, they are all on the website now. If you want to buy them, then you can do. The prices will drop. You will always pay that lowest price. Right, let's dive into this. 10% already in baskets for this. I can feel birthday sellouts coming our way. I can. This is just absolutely gorgeous.
Really
take us through what we have in this big collection, Nikki.
Okay, so this is all about summer gardening. I cannot believe that in 16 years, this is the first real big, proper gardening collection we've ever...
Really?
Yeah,
that surprises me.
It's kind of got through the
yes, it's
radar
through the
somehow.
wires.
Yeah, we've done flowers, it's a galore, but never gardening. So I had such fun creating this. So we've got 3 really large A5 stamp sets for you, complete with dies. Now these are really big sets of dies. So you've got like 9, I think the lowest is 19 pieces, 17.
Yeah, there's lots going on.
You've got 29 pieces in one set. These are crammed. My manufacturer hates me when I design because I cram everything into every space.
Well,
and it actually makes it quite difficult.
They hate you, but the viewers absolutely love you. Karen's in, Christine's in, Dawn's in. Do you know what? I was going to take this to a price and then say, do you know what, we'll get it to a better price. I'm going to take it straight to the best price.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it straight down to the final price, because if you're thinking triple figures is too much for you, fear not, my friends. We are going under £100. We are going down to £90 and 38 pence. Now, again, you may think, ooh, payday's not for a few days' time. I could do with splitting the cost. We've got split pay for you as well. We have got 3 split pays on this, I do believe. Yes, we do. £30 and 12p for all of this. It is a phenomenal deal. So let's break it down from the top then, Nikki. Okay. So we've got our paper pads to begin with.
Yeah, so these are 8 by 8. You're going to get 30 sheets in each pack. Now, I've given you 2 because this is so gorgeous that when you get it home, you would have wished that you'd got 2.
So they're both the same, but you get 2 of them?
Yeah, you get 2.
Fabulous.
Because that's how I am when I buy. You know, if it's something really pretty, you want 2.
If it's pretty, we're greedy, I feel. It's like we need it more of it in our life.
We always regret not getting a second one, and so I don't want you to have that regret. So we've got the 3 big stamp sets in here with the dies, like I say, and the value really is in that because those die sets, we would normally charge, I think, at least £25 each for those dies because they have, you know, the price of dies is related to how many pieces are in, and the big sets.
So you are getting 6 sets here. So is it 3 of the stamps?
It's 3 stamps and 3 dies.
3 dies, right, lovely stuff.
Then on top of that, one of our kind of recent things that we've been bringing you here at Hobbymaker is our chipboard packs.
Yes.
And these have been really, really popular. People are loving them. And it's because they're not widely available, but also we're doing them at a really crazy price because it's very expensive for us to do. So this, you're going to get, you can't tell, but there's 2 sheets in here. And I don't think I put 2 sheets on the details, but there is. They're both the same. And again, you get in, so in total, you're going to get about 64 pieces.
And again, you talked about crammed. I have never seen such a crammed sheet in my life.
I hate white space.
There's no space to play with.
No, there isn't. I have to fill it, even if I just put a little flower in there. It's just all about giving you value in everything that we do. So you've got 2 of these. If you've never used chipboard before, it's just the most amazing material because it's paper, but it's like a really thick cardboard. It's very porous, so it's great for using with your inks or markers or pencils or paints. Whatever you put on chipboard, it just is lovely. And because it has this creamy look, everything looks quite elegant and vintagey with it. It just has this gorgeous look. Then on top of that, we've given you some texture. Now these are new, and again, we've been kind of doing these ourselves, and our customers have gone a little bit crazy for them.
Not surprised.
So you've got a chipboard chicken wire texture, and you can tear chipboard, which makes it really, really versatile and useful. And then also we've given you some 2mm MDF chicken wire as well. Now all those pieces are going to come in one sheet, so you're going to end up with all the hexagons as well.
It's just phenomenal. I mean, the deal that we've got here is incredible. More people coming in. Carol in Bristol, Crafter and East Riding of Yorkshire, all coming through. If everybody checks out now, we're heading towards 20% of this brand new TV launch stock being gone.
Well, I'm so pleased that everyone's going for it because it's beautiful. And when you see everything else that we've got coming up that's going to coordinate, you'll understand how it all works together.
Now, what about
then we've got the, I forgot about this. I was thinking there's not much there. Yeah. So we actually have, for the first time, we've got our polka dots. So some enamel dots. Again, I've given you 2 sheets.
Have we never had your polka dots before?
No, these are brand new for us.
Oh my gosh.
I've wanted to do these for so long.
16 years. We've never actually a polka dots and polka doodles.
I know. Yeah, and it was just kind of common sense to call it polka dots, wasn't it? So you're going to get 8 different colours in there, and there's 96 dots in each pack. So 100 and what's that? 100 and
so 96 times 2. 96 to 192. Yeah.
So that's a lot in there. Then you've also got our sentiment dies and stamps. Now these are strip dies and stamps. So basically this is one stamp and one die, and the whole die cuts out. I think there's 21 sentiments there. So you're going to cut it all in one pass. It's so easy. We first did these at Christmas last year, and everyone went crazy, and they sold out really quickly. Now, we will bring other stamps that are going to fit that die. So it makes sense to grab this if you can. Which is why it's good that not only do we have this huge bundle getting busier and busier, Tracy in Cheshire, you're in now as well, heading towards literally a quarter of the stock being gone already. I'd love a sellout on Nikki's birthday. Come on, let's make this happen. Sweet 16, you're of age. What can you do at 16? And we'll move on. But you can do lots of things at 16, which is brilliant. We do also have, in fact, let's have a look. Everything that's in it is there. So you can see all the dirt, the stamps and dies, the garden therapy stamps and dies, birds and butterfly stamps and dies, green fingers chipboard, the chicken wire texture chipboard, which I am loving, the Daisy paper pack. You've also got your perfectly perfect, I love saying that, perfectly perfect sentiment matchables, your stamps and dies, and your enamel dots in there as well. But in fact, if everybody checks out now, over 30% of the stock will be gone. Dawn in Kent, you're coming through as well. But I was going to say, before I detoured off, we do have everything individually. So let's start with the paper pads. So if you want to go for the paper pads on their own as a duo, we have those for you. So if you want to go for those, the price is not $19.99. Let's tickle that down. Where is my finger? There you go. Up, thanking you. Let's get that down. That will go down to $10.49. So literally, one pad would be $9.99. Yeah. You're paying what? 50p. Yeah. 50p for the other one. Happy birthday, Nikki. Yeah. So you've got that one, DX3841 is your item code there. Now, we've also got our All the Dirt stamps and dies, which are... This one.
That one. So, yeah. So is it these 2 here?
Yeah.
OK, so if you want to go for these 2, then you've got those as well. I love this because you've got... My husband, Al, has just got an allotment, so this one is right up his street. Yeah. Welly boots, signs, mallets, plants, all the gardener's dirt stuff, always well in there. So if you want to go for that, $17.99 for both.
It is ridiculous. Do you know, this stamp set, we would normally charge $14.99, and that is a good price. Really, if we're selling this, we wholesale, so we have stores, right across the world that stock, and we tell them to charge $17.99 for a stamp. And usually our dies are about $19.99, I think. Well, but as I said, because these are bigger sets, we have to charge more for the dies because they've cost us kind of double what we would normally pay. Well, yet again, thank you for your birthday prices, Nikki, because we're loving that. $17.99. I think I've put that in wrong. Well, the job is done. Lorna is in, Tracy's in as well. Congratulations. Next up, let's do garden therapy, which are these 2 here. So you've got the wheelbarrow, you've got the shrug with the... what's it, trug? What do they call it? Trug.
Trug. You've got the trug with the plants.
Shrugs,
yeah, something else. For keeping off a chill in the garden. Then you've also got in there as well, like beautiful sentiments. You've got the ladder. There's a lot of fun there. I mean, I'm thinking retirement cards, new home cards, or just because cards. Yeah, exactly. They're such scene builders. Yeah.
and because the reason that there's 3 big stamps is because I just wanted everything in there. And I thought, you know, this needs to be really comprehensive. I couldn't leave anything out. So that's why there's actually 3 stamp sets, because I also, in addition to this, then wanted all the plants and the pots and the vegetables. And I think it's because we moved house recently, and for the first time we've got a garden.
Oh, how lovely.
And so it's like, and it's a massive garden. So, you know, I've suddenly had to become a gardener. So this is like right up my street now. I'm like
so you
becoming
design
a bit
what
obsessed.
you're going to be using out in the garden.
Yeah.
Just to say as well, I don't know whether we mentioned it, I think we might have done them. They're all matchable. So obviously the stamps and the dies go together size-wise. So everything is there to cut out the stamps that you actually have, which is
so
brilliant.
it just makes it easy.
So the third set of stamps that we've got for you, the stamps and dies set, this is birds and butterflies.
Yeah, and this was kind, you know, I kind of thought, well, we've got to have birds and butterflies in a garden, haven't we? And kind of lots of lovely flowers. You've got this nice bicycle in there as well, which I just absolutely love. And, you know, they just all work together. And it's a collection that's timeless. You're going to be using this in 10 years' time.
Absolutely.
And like you said, for any gender as well, you know, they're quite gender neutral.
When you're back celebrating your 20th or your 25th or your 30th birthday, we'll still be saying these words.
You know, we needn't laugh because I'll be working till then. I'll be here. I'll be
wandering around here. With a Rolex
with a Zimmer
frame, quite happy. So we've matched the price on those as well. So the matchables are matching all the prices of the other ones, $17.99. Next up, our Green Fingers chipboard. If you'd like to give this 2 sheets of this, I mean, it literally is incredible. I mean, let's move that forward. The amount of stuff that you've got in here, I mean, it's just ridiculously packed, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just think about how you're going to be using these, because obviously, how can you decorate these, Nikki?
Well, you can use these for your cards, obviously. They're so lightweight. This is a really great thing for card making. So if you like that 3-dimensional kind of texture and layering on your cards, this is why I love chipboard so much. It's not that really heavy, thick, dense chipboard that we used to get back in sort of 20 years ago. That, you know, it was grey board, basically. This isn't that. It's very soft, it's very pliable, but it's still really robust. The only thing I would say is, don't over wet it. So if you're going to ink it, kind of, you know, or paint it, don't saturate it, because I mean, it will dry out very quickly, but you know, it is pliable and you can bend it and manipulate it. But you can use it on your art journals, you can use it on your cards, on your canvases, on MDF if you like doing that, anything you want. And once you start using it, you'll love it, because you'll see how lovely it actually looks together, and you can get a lot of dimension without adding the weight to your cards. So, you know, now that postage is a consideration for us if we're posting, you know, you don't really have that because it's very, very light.
We're busy for that one, I'm not surprised. $12.99. Donna, you're in for that already. EU3869, your item code on that one. Chicken wire, love this. I'm going to pick this up because I just think this is fab. You have this very lightweight chipboard here with the chicken wire. You said you can tear this if needed.
You can tear it. I like to tear it because I'm really great. Even though I make it and I can go and get as many as I want, I'm still really tight with it. And so I kind of like tear little bits off, and I like just little pieces poking behind something, so you don't have to use the whole sheet in one. Now, the other thing is, this embosses really well. So,
so you can put it through machines?
You can put it, you could, So just put it through with your embossing mat and you'll get a lovely texture with it. And then also you've got the chipboard. So again, if you wanted to paint it, again, I tend to leave it bare because it kind of gives you, but if I've got time, it'd be nice to show you how to make that actually look metal.
We can try and make time.
Yeah, I'll try.
All these bits that you pop out as well, I mean, keep those.
Yeah, exactly, because these, you could actually put even like stamp into those, put a little flower in there and use them because they're almost like a honeycomb.
Yeah.
So,
these are like your little characters that you do so well.
Exactly. But there's little flowers in the sets. There's lots of little dies that are going to fit into those and just make great embellishments.
$7.99 for that one if you'd like to go for that. Let's move on to our bottom layer. We have got our fabulous sentiment stamps and dies. These on their own definitely get a set. If you haven't got these already or you're not going for the bundle, then please do get these. I suspect the board will be filling up for these. This makes perfect sense. The fact that you can literally cut all of those fabulous sentiments when you want with your banners and your little pennants and the tags and things that you have there in the dice. Yeah, we're busy for this already. Lisa, Tracy, Lorna, Debbie, Gwendolyn, Sally, you're all in. I love the sentiments as well. You're one of a kind, just because, which is always my favourite. Happy birthday, that's for you. Time to celebrate, well done, you did it. You've got so much there. Yeah,
and the other, like I said, we will bring other stamps that also fit this die. So it's not just a one-off where this die only fits that one stamp set. It's an investment. And also the other thing, I haven't done it yet, but what I am going to do, and if you bought the previous set of these, which was the Christmas Merry Everything one, the other thing that is on my list to do, and I keep forgetting, but I will do it this week, is that I'm going to actually put some downloads on our website for these.
Where do we find you online, Nikki? Because you're so popular online. Where do we go?
polkadoodles.co.uk or .com, whichever, it'll go to the same place. You can find us on Facebook. We've got our Facebook...
all of Polka Doodles?
Our Facebook group is Craft Stamp Colour with Polka Doodles.
Lovely.
So, you know, all the design team hang out in there. We've got a really active group, loads of inspiration all the time. So come and join us in there. We'd love to see you.
Thousands of people in there, haven't you?
We have, We've had I think it's about 12,000 people that are in that group.
So craft stamp colour. Craft stamp colour polka doodles. There you go. So do go and check that out online, but not until after the show, all right?
After the show.
Right, so if you want to go for these, look at the board, Nikki, it's full.
Oh my goodness.
I know, it's lovely.
Thank you, everyone.
If you want to go for these, literally such a good set, so versatile. Look, you're amazing, just the way you are. How lovely is that?
Yeah, just everyday sentiments. And I tried to make things that maybe you haven't already got in your sentiment stash with these. I love sentiments. I'm very fussy about kind of the words that I use.
I love that. Hello, lovely.
Hello, lovely.
Hello, lovely. And the world needs more people like you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Julie said to me today. Thank you. Then we've also got for you as well your fabulous dots, your polka dots for the first time. Love these. The colours are so polka doodle.
Well, they were specifically picked for this collection to go with it. So these are garden colours. This is what I kind of based, when I first was designing, these were the colours that I had in mind. And so, you know, this is the colour set that I wanted.
$9.95 for this, getting busier and busier right the way across. Let's have a look at some of the things that you could be making with this glorious collection. And we'll give you the details for the big bundle as well. £90.38 is your price. But obviously we do have a three-way split pay on that as well. So you don't need to pay for it all today. You can do one payment today, no charge, no interest on those split payments. One payment in a month's time and one in 2 months' time. YB3831 is your item code. 3 ways to order. You can either order via the phone line. It's a free phone telephone number 0800 001 433. Call centre upstairs, waiting for your call right now. You can, of course, order as well if you want to via the app. It's free to download. Or you can, if you want, go to the website. That's what the girls do. Bobby and Kat, Kat and Bobby, sometimes hand in hand, sometimes skipping. They go and check out all the deals and all the W's. What?
Hobbymaker.com.
There you go, hobbymaker.com. That is the one. This is nice. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday, polka doodles.
I'm loving the stars.
We love that.
Yeah.
Well, you can take that home with you afterwards.
Oh, thanks.
Not the plasma, but just the design. There you
okay.
go. Right, let's show some more bundles as well. Let's do our fabulous garden dies to begin with, which are these ones over here. So let's dive in to begin with. This, I know you're particularly fond of.
I am, yeah. I've wanted to do this die for so long. So we've got, I don't have a greenhouse, but, you know, it's kind of on my wish list.
You've got a garden, you might
I
get
know,
one.
yeah.
It's a huge garden.
I've got a little green plastic thing.
Oh,
you
no,
know, like one of them
proper one.
tunnel things.
Well, that's quite nice to begin with.
Yeah.
I could see if it's a big garden, you could have like an orangery or something like something really
that would
posh.
be nice.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
This is such a good sized die though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a massive die. So this is literally going to fill, and if you make smaller cards, this is going to fill your A6 card. And what I would do, actually, I think this would be really nice to cut it down the spine so you actually have a greenhouse shaped card. That's how I would do it. And put it on acetate. I would have the front, I would have acetate behind it. So, and then you could open it and all your plants are inside. That's exactly what I would do.
Now, this is just the beginning of this bundle. We've got more for you in this bundle. So let's go through everything that you are going to get. You've got this included as well. This is so fabulous because these are your accessories for your garden.
They are, yeah. We had to have the dies to go with everything as well. So, you know, if you're not into stamping, this is your way to buy into this gorgeous collection. So these dies are a lot bigger than they're looking on the packaging.
Yes, because you've got the dies already.
I have, yeah.
You're using those in a moment. Just to say, 10% of the stock has already gone on this, and we're in fact over. And we've dropped the price by 54%. It's another birthday price, courtesy of Nikki and the team at Polka Doodles, which is you and your man, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It pretty
But
much
I love
is.
16 years,
I know,
and it's like,
and I haven't killed him yet.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, to be honest, that's the sign of a good
I've come
marriage.
quite close.
That, like, literally, the pair of you are still going strong after 16 years working together.
Do you know why? It's because he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Do you
the
know
only
what?
way.
I could not agree more.
Yeah,
The
humour.
secret to me and Al is like that we laugh every day
Yeah.
at the most ridiculous
Oh, yeah,
things.
we do, yeah.
Right, let's show you the rest of this collection as well. Look, you've got to have your gardening gloves because otherwise you'll get dirty fingers, and nobody wants that, do they? So here's your fingers, here's your gloves. You've also got your rake in there, you've got your trowel, you've got your fork, you've got all of the things that you need to make your garden all pretty. How lovely is that?
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous? So this kind of mixes a few different things together. But there we go, that's how big those dies are. They're a lot bigger. They're like double the size of what they are on the
That is a
packaging.
big tool, Nikki Hall. That is a big tool. Right, next up for you, finally in this collection, you've got these. I bet you were thinking, oh, I wish there were some radishes. You've got them. Well, actually, they could be beetroots.
I loved it. Do you know, I think this is my favourite.
I'm not surprised.
I really love this.
Look at these. These are super cute. You've got your veg in there. Yes, there's a beetroot. Could be a radish as well. You've got your carrots as well. You've got your... Is it your fruit there, Nikki?
It's
Or tomatoes.
tomatoes.
Tomatoes, beg your
and
pardon.
you even have, these are quite small, but it's
They
worth...
are a fruit, though, aren't they?
They are a fruit, yeah. And you've even got the little top. So you can actually make vines with this. So make a little tomato plant. All you've got to do is kind of cut a few extra of the carrot toppers and the leaves, and you can do that.
I think this
but
is
just
such
gorgeous.
a good collection.
It's just a fab collection
So
together.
just to round up, have we got a picture of everything together, guys, so we can just show that? For £32.97, you are getting that fabulous greenhouse die. Everything is available individually as well, so you can check out the individuals on the website. If you do want to go for anything, I mean, please get in early, because we are looking at critical stocks on some things already. RU3816 is your item code on that one. £32.97 for all of that. Right, stencils up next, lovely Nikki. Let's show these.
Okay.
I'm glad you've done stencils, because I love a stencil.
Yeah, can I just grab my
Please do.
sheets from over
Whatever you need to do, my lovely. I will go through the stencils and then we will await Nikki's return. Right, now, this is the beginning of this. If I stand there, you can see. Have you got your boards? They're fab.
Yeah.
So this is the first one that we've got for you. I love this, Nikki, because look, that sunset or sunrise and the moon and stars, there is something dreamy and vacation-like and celestial and just otherworldly about these. It's so universal.
It is, yeah. And look what you can actually do with these.
Gorgeous.
These are so pretty. So, you know, just really easy. Just mix your colours. You can do them... Oops, where are we? Oh, no, it's the right way.
That's it, yeah.
Is it the right way? No, that
There you
way.
go, that way.
There you go. So you can do them in just the yellows, but you can see the difference if you just start to add some pinks in there. It just completely changes it. And you'll see why I put these two sunset ones in a second, because all these stencils work together to create a whole scene. So you're going to be able to create a background with these.
So there are 4 stencils. That's the first one for you there. The next one that we have for you, I will do the grass next.
Okay.
So we have this. Now, this is a 2-piece that you've got here, obviously, because you can see the bit that you take out is going to be equally as useful as the piece that you keep in. I just think this is lovely because immediately I'm thinking it's going to cause or make perspective on your card. It's going to give you maybe a foreground, mid-ground, whatever you want.
Absolutely, yeah. So you can switch this around, so you can flip it around if you want to. So this is just one colour. Which one? That one? No, that one.
That's one colour.
This is one colour, okay. So you can see how, again, it's quite a long stencil, so this is going to be great for your slimline cards or your 8x8s. That's the size of it. And then, as you say, you get the mask, you get the cutout bit, which then creates a mask. So, but if you flip this now and actually do 2 layers of it, look what happens.
Gorgeous.
So, you know, you can then, like you say, start adding that perspective. You can push it back into the background if you want, make it subtle. It can become a meadow. You could put flowers on the top of there. Do lots and lots of different things with that.
Let's add to the collection with the other stencils that we have for you as well. Clouds, yep, we're going cloud busting, my friends. Look at these. We've got fluffy clouds, or it could be whatever you want them to be, quite frankly. But I just love the fact that you've got some lovely shapes to use there.
Yeah.
Nikki, again, building things up.
Yeah, so these are clouds and hedges and also trees as well. Oh, you can't see, there we go. Okay, so I've done this in quite soft colours because obviously I wanted it to look like cloudy, but look how lovely it is if you mix those colours together. You know, generally we would just put blues in there, but just add in some purple and some pinks in there, it completely changes it. Now, this is what happens if you start to put everything together.
That's so dreamy and gorgeous. I want to be there right now.
Yeah, so all I did was I actually did the clouds first, then I kind of just stenciled my horizon in here, and I actually just swept right across my sheet with blue ink, okay? Just very roughly, you're not, you know, but just make sure you get kind of a soft blend, and then go in and add the sun over the... Obviously, this is two different ones. But you see how, like, up here, I've used that top bit of the cloud there.
There you go.
So this top bit has then created this huge, big
there, isn't it?
cloud there. Now, that could also be a moon.
Yes.
So if you change these are really versatile, guys. So highly, if there's one thing you're going to buy today, I would buy these 4 stencils.
Well, we've not even shown the 4th yet.
That's actually not in here.
Oh, is it separate?
No, yeah, sorry, that's my fault.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's 4 because you get in 4 pieces.
That one's together.
Yes.
Got you.
Sorry.
It just makes the most wonderful thing. It really does. So you can bind all 3 sets. See, we're saying 3 stencils in the picture. Because it is, you've got 4, but they're kind of like 3 sets.
And then look, you see on that picture there, I've also put the grass over it as well at the bottom. So you're creating a beach scene. You know, like that's your ocean. You know, your whole ocean. You could mix sand in there, just put a bit of yellow at the beginning.
So that's the ocean scene that you showed us, and then you can see it with the grass.
Yeah.
Heading over 30% of the stock gone on that already.
Oh, well done, guys.
Gorgeous. Now, one more bundle before I let Nikki loose with her demos, because we need to see the lovely lady in action. This is just a gorgeous selection as well. You have to have words, and this collection certainly has words. Look, hello. Now, it's really weird. If I didn't know that this was a polka doodle die, if it just was that font on a piece of paper like that saying hello, but that's Nikki Hall.
Would you really?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it's like, it just is so your style.
It really is, yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And I love just putting a hello on a card, you know, rather than...
Well, it's for every occasion.
It is, yeah, it really is. Now, again, this is a big die, so this is pretty much the size of, you know, kind of that. So it's, if you turn that way, it's almost that size. Yeah, I've got it over there.
Okay, we will show it in the demo. So you've got the hello and then the little dinky one as well.
Well, it's 2 layers, Nigel. So it's 2 dies to make the big hello. So but you can actually...
So is it like a mat behind it?
It is, yeah.
Got you.
But unlike some of them, you can actually use both pieces separately. So you've got a thick hello and a thin... which is me.
So the thick
and then
hello
a thin
goes
one, which is you.
And the thin one, please. And then the thin one that goes on the top. But you can use them separately. Yeah. I think that's a really cool idea. Yeah. Then we've got this as well. Now, you may have seen this popping up on a lot of the samples.
Lots.
In fact, Exhibit A.
Oh, look, there's the hello die. Sorry, I've got a sample.
Oh, fabulous.
Oh, look, there it is.
Oh, that's
gorgeous.
It's
not quite as big as I said, but
it is big,
yeah. It's a real statement die. Yeah.
Then there's the foliage in the background. You've got a card made from that, Nikki, as well.
Yeah, so look at this. Christine actually used the die and used it as a mask to stamp, basically. So she sort of used
gorgeous.
it. Yeah, really cool, isn't it?
And really simple as well, but really effective. And then finally in this collection, you're getting your florals. Look at these. These are a little pretty flower.
Are gorgeous.
Well, obviously you can use these individually, or you can layer them up to get one big sort of plumptious bloom.
Yeah. So here we've just die cut them out of the card front and backed it with this gorgeous gliss card, which is just stunning. But over I've forgotten to bring my flowers. The flowers in that picture, I forgot. We've forgotten to bring a few things
It's
today.
your birthday,
so,
you're forgiven.
I know, it's because we had so much stuff to bring. That was the problem. I do have a little sample over there, which I'll show you. But they make gorgeous
I'm going to send
flowers.
you to get ready for your demo, because my word, we are getting busier and busier. You head over that way, my lovely. Well, we've had a message, though, so it's going to be for you, Nikki. Come back, my lovely. This is a message saying, hi, guys, sorry, I've just come in. Is the greenhouse in the big bundle, or is it separate? Both.
No.
Oh, no, it's not in the big bundle. It's in a bundle.
The garden dies.
But you can get it separately as well, can you not?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so you can get the garden greenhouse die on its own if you want to go for that. Or if you want to go for in a bundle, it is in a bundle, not the big bundle that we had. It's in the garden dies bundle. So the garden dies bundle also comes with that. And it also comes with that. and it also comes with that. So those ones all together, there it is, £32.97. But if you want the greenhouse on its own, then we do have that for you as well, just allowing you to create the most wonderful cards. I love Nikki's idea about shaped cards as well with that, which is phenomenal. If you want to give that one £17.99, in fact it's not, it's going to go down. It's going to go down to a birthday price of £12.99. I would go for the bundle though if you can. Right, keep messages coming in. We would love to wish Nikki Hall and Polka Doodles a very happy 16th birthday. Can you remember what you were doing when you were 16, Nikki, in real life?
Do you know, I can, yeah. I was working, I was on a YTS, and I worked...
Or the youth training scheme, yeah.
I was a screen printer and also worked in a record shop.
Oh, nice.
I had 4 jobs when I was 16. 4 jobs when I was 16.
See, that a little entrepreneur. And look at you now.
I don't know about that. I was
a crafting icon.
I was grumpy.
What are you going to do for us, my lovely?
OK, I'm going to use the birds and butterflies. I think we might just kind of go
mix
with it.
Up.
Yeah, let's mix it up because there's too many nice things to use. So I'm going to use the birds and butterflies. So I just want to show you all of the lovely things that are actually on this set, and also to show you them stamps because they are a lot bigger than you see it on the packaging. So you've got this gorgeous bird sitting on a branch here. You've got lovely flowers that are going to coordinate so you can start to build those up. This here is just lovely for gardening because you've got a little kind of fork there, a little basket. I love the bicycle. So you've got the bicycle with the flowers in. If you wanted to, you could start adding others and decoupaging that up. So you've got a lot in there. Like I say, there's 17 stamps in here. And then you've got all of the dies that are going to match. So you can see, you know, how much value you're actually getting in this kit. It's ridiculous.
Well, the bundle is proving to be very busy. You're
literally paying £3 for that die set. And
40% of the bundle is now gone, Nikki.
Oh, my gosh.
Busier and busier.
Wow.
Nikki's got a show later, but that bundle might not be there. So I would grab it whilst we've got it.
So I'm going to make this card, but I think I might change it around a little bit. Now, if you're liking this wood grain stencil, that's coming up later on at 5 o'clock.
Okay, brilliant.
But you can see here how we've used those flowers and the birds and everything, but I'm going to just change it around just a little bit.
Because your show at 5 o'clock is completely different.
It is, yeah. We've got MDF at 5 o'clock.
So if anybody is thinking, I'm going to wait until 5 o'clock to get the bundle, it will probably not be there at 5 o'clock, and it's not going to be on that show anyway. But yeah, I would say grab it whilst we've got it, because people can keep on buying even when Nikki leaves at the end of this hour to go and, I don't know, sit down and be pampered by her husband or whatever for her birthday. I don't know. Back to Nikki.
Pampered? You must be joking. Pampered.
Does he not feed you grapes on your birthday? I think it's his birthday as well, though, isn't it?
It is his birthday as well, yeah. No, he's sitting in there eating grapes, I think, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. He's always got food in his hand, whatever he's doing.
Oh,
you wouldn't think so, he's that skinny, but, you know. OK, so I'm just stamping this out now. I'm just going to kind of wipe that off there. So I think what we'll do, I just want to make... This card is lovely, but I just want to sort of try and bring some other things in, because I'm just conscious of time already. So let me just grab... Just going to grab that.
Now, little tools like that you see Nikki used as well, they're all on the website. They are all on the show page for this particular show, so you can check them out as well. OK. That's sponge. What do we call your sponge thing?
Spongy.
Spongy.
Yeah, the spongy sponge and cloth. It is, because it's just literally, I mean, I've got it damp. It's just like slightly damp, and it's already cleaned that stamp, and I'm not getting it.
With the money you're saving today with the birthday deals, get a spongy. It's like a little crafty hedge. Well, it's like a little crafty Swiss roll, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. It's lovely.
It's just fabulous. Honestly, £6.99, get that. You will never have messy bits and pieces again.
So I think what I'm going to do is maybe sort of extend this branch a little bit over here. So let's kind of extend it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow, you know.
You are creating, you are crafting, you are playing, you are having a lovely time, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I don't get enough time for crafting, so when I come here, I do enjoy it. I love it. So let's just kind of extend that branch.
More people coming through for Nikki's fabulous TV exclusive today, our brand new birthday bundle, one of many actually, the Summer Garden. If you would like to go for it, remember you are getting 2 of the 8x8 inch paper pads. You are getting those fabulous sheets of chipboard. Well, in fact, you can see it all there. You've got your chipboard there, your green fingers. You also get three sets of dies and stamps matchables that go together. You've also, I mean, that's 6 sets in total, but three are duo sets. You're also getting your fabulous chicken wire in there as well. You are getting those lovely dots as well, our fabulous little garden dots, our enamel dots. And you also get that fabulous Perfect Sentiment matchable stamps and die set as well. Busy lines for that. If you want those Sentiments matchables on their own, they're the ones down on the bottom shelf there by that white card. They are literally about to sell out on their own. So we will put them on the side of the screen because about 70% of that stock has already gone and they're only $14.99. Back to Nikki.
Okay, so I'm just kind of literally colouring this with my inks. And I just kind of want to do it like this to show you that you don't have to do anything spectacular in terms of colouring. You know, do what you're comfortable with at the end of the day. So, you know, you can use your inks. All I'm doing is just wetting my paintbrush a little bit, just so it's not dry. And then, because I'm using my, because I'm just using my, what is it called? Watercolour card.
That's the one.
It takes a lot some days. I can just literally dab in there, look, and leave lots of white space. It actually makes it look like it's been properly watercoloured. And look, all I'm doing is just putting one little stroke in there. And then if just maybe bring in one more colour. So I'm going to bring a lilac in and just add a slightly different colour. Now, you don't want your brush too wet. And I just use my spongy here. All I do is I actually wipe my paintbrush off on that because it just absorbs everything. I need a different brush. I'm like painting with a, there we go. So that's better. In fact, it's still a little bit big. So you can do as much or as little as you want with this. Now, if I just move them out of the way, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my brush and I'm just going to wet around here. And this is just an all-time favourite technique of mine, this one.
But this is it. I love it when we see your techniques. This is why people should go and follow Nikki online as well on the Polka Doodles page on Facebook, because you will see fabulous hints and tips and techniques like this. It just, I mean, I think you boost people's confidence just by painting like the way you do. It doesn't have to be perfect and within the lines.
No, absolutely.
Because the end result is just so dynamic.
So look, all I'm going to do now is just, because all I did was I just touched around here with my brush, and that was dry in the middle there, so that's not going to actually run. So I can just kind of tickle the ink and I'm going to just kind of keep flooding this area. And I'm just picking the ink up from here, basically. So you could go a bit darker. I actually have a slightly darker blue here, so I'm just going to mix a bit in there as well. And it'll just start to kind of change it and just make it a little bit more dimensional.
Just gorgeous. Don't forget, if you want to send Nikki any birthday messages, we'd love to read them out. So send them to Hobbymaker Studio, at hobbymaker.co.uk. Or you can, if you want to, send a message via the items on the website. We have had a message through, but it's a person of mystery because they've not left their name.
Oh.
We don't know who you are, mysterious person, but let's have a look what your message was. It was Carol in Lincolnshire. Oh, no, that was the last message. Who's the new one from? Let's have a look. Let's whip the new one up for you. Oh, tell me what it is, Ellie. Just say it a minute. It says, oh, it says Happy Birthday Polka Doodles. We don't really need to see that on the screen, do we? There you go. We don't know who it's from, but it says Happy Birthday Polka Doodles. If that was from you, thank you. Back to Nikki.
Sorry, I'm just looking for my chipboard. Nigel, have you got any chipboard there? You know the green fingers? Can we open a packet?
Yeah, use that one, my lovely.
I thought I had one.
No worries, you open that one. It is yours, to be fair. Happy birthday.
I'll just steal one sheet.
Just to say on the main bundle, 45% of that stock has gone, which includes, of course, that Green Fingers chipboard that Nikki is just about to use. You get 2 sheets in there and everything else. 3 split pays on this one as well. All you need to pay today is just £30 and 12 pence. Just to show you some fabulous samples as well, I've got some more in the studio here. Just gorgeous. Look at that. That card that you're seeing spinning around there, that's actually a shaker card as well. All of those carrots and bits and pieces, they shake around in the jar. They're not shaking there, but they do shake around. Look at these. I mean, just everywhere. This I love. I don't know why. Did you used to watch Victoria Wood back in the day?
Oh, I did, yes.
Acorn Antiques, Mrs.
Oh,
Averill.
yes.
They remind me of Mrs. Averill's gloves.
It
I don't
does.
know why, they just do.
Yeah, it really does.
Look
yeah.
at that as well. All of these cards are absolutely stunning. They really are. You can see that, I mean, the design, are they all your cards or do you have a design team, Nikki?
No, I have a design team, and thank you to the ladies for making them because they're absolutely amazing. They make beautiful samples.
Yeah, they have loved it.
I'd literally come empty-handed if it was down to me because I'd literally hardly have any time at all in between designing. But yeah, they're... So thanks to Christine, Jane, Maz, Natalia and Rachel.
A good set of design team members, if ever there was.
They are indeed,
Right,
yeah.
back to you and your lovely... Oh, look at that card as well. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous,
Okay.
gorgeous.
Yeah, isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. So what I wanted to do was... Oh, there it is. So this is what I do with my chipboard look. So I don't throw any of this away. So all of this waste I keep because it makes great little borders and things, you know, kind of look. You could literally use that as a little border to go across if you wanted to, if you had a gap to fill. So I just literally pinch a little bit of this off here. Now you can colour that, you can do what you want with it, you know, you can just use it to sort of montage things. It's completely up to you what you want to do. Now I'm going to just grab here our sentiment die, so the big hello die. So this is what I was saying before. You actually have 2 pieces. So this is a hello in its own right, and this actually will cut out this sentiment here. So look, you can actually use that on its own. Normally, when you get a matte and layered die, you can't use the background, but I specifically wanted it to be nice and bold. And then we've also got the separate bit. Now I'm going to just ink that.
Just whilst you're inking, just say if you do want the bundle that has hello in it, it's a little trio. You have got your hello. You've also got in there as well, you've got those lovely flowers, the pretty flowers, and then you've also got in there as well, you can see your florals in the centre. So those 3 are what you are going to get. If you want to go for those details on the side of the screen, £18 and 49 pence over that way. That's where the details are. ZX3848 is your item code. Back to Nikki.
So I'm just literally distressing this a little bit with some, just using vintage photo ink on there, just to kind of, I want it to stand out, and the white on white will kind of, you know, kind of disappear a little bit. So look, if
half
we
the stock
can...
of our main bundle now gone.
Wow, gosh, thank you everyone. So I kind of, because I'm doing this kind of a little bit ad hoc,
Nikki,
I'm not sure where I'm
slightly
going
towards
with it.
me if you can a bit.
Sorry,
Thank you, my
there
lovely.
we go.
Bless you.
So let me see, what have we got here? There we go. So I'm going to kind of use the leafy fronds dies as well. I'm a little bit in love with these because you can do so much with these. Let me just get rid of that. So I want to grab my green ink, in fact, a different green to that one. Okay, and so I've already cut these out. Oops, one's just flown off in the... One's flown off in the air conditioner. It's kind of like doing a bird impression. Okay, so let's just ink these. And I just kind of want to show you how you can layer everything together to just make something really pretty. So if we start to actually add these layers, look how you can start, you know, you can...
There's something very wild about it.
Trap that in there. You know, I love layers and I love you know, kind of add in all of the... Let me get that bit there. So let's just make that stand out a little bit.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Okay. And then I would just like literally kind of attach that, maybe put a flower there. You know, you could do whatever you want. Now, just to sort of, like I said, look at this card. This is just so pretty. And I want to show you a couple of others with this set as well. So here we've just coloured it. This here is the Kindness Grows is actually there. And then this is that spade die, the fork that I was talking about. I love how this has been made into a frame. And then here, look, Kindness Grows. Now, I designed that, so that was actually a flat, like a stalk going up. But all the team have used it in various different ways. So some people have used it this way, and it does actually still work, even though it's got a little bit of soil. And then look at this gorgeousness. Isn't that pretty?
Stunning.
Absolutely lovely. So a completely different way to use it, but you can go, in my mind here, I was going a bit more sort of art journaly, down that kind of path. And then just to show you a few other things that you can do. So going back to the chipboard, this is kind of in my mind how the chipboard works. So the whole thing, I really wanted to have a card that had the gardening gloves on it and to stamp into it. So I've just used the stamps. I don't know which one, if this is from this set or not, I can't remember. But we've even got dandelions. So we've got weeds in here as well. And this is all the papers for the background. You've got all of this chipboard on here, nothing's die cut. You've got your little bit of chicken wire there. And then just to show you this one that I made as well. I love this. So this is quite pared back, quite minimal. Again, using your daisy papers and just a little bit of vellum, your sentiment, and again, all chipboard. And it's great because you've got the layers, so you can layer it up. All I've done that's kind of fancy on there is add a bit of string. And immediately it looks like it's a rustic card. So then going across, if I show you kind of with some of the other stamp sets, so this is all the dirt one. So again, gorgeous cards. I love this. This is like a little shelf.
So these are stamp sets from the main bundle?
This is all from the main bundle, yeah. So, you know, all the dirt, gardeners know all the dirt, and this is great for a man's card again, so perfect. And then we've got this one, which uses a little bit of everything, I think. So I think we've got, I think this is, all the dirt again. So we've got a nice little stepper card, but just layering all, because you can die cut every single element in here, even the little seed packets and the carrots. You know, I just love how everything just works together. And then, can I keep showing
Please,
these?
keep on. It's lovely to see them.
So we've got this one again. This is from the garden therapy one. So again, just layering, you've got the little ladder, all the pots that stack, all your florals. But then look at this, I love this. So we've got this great sentiment here, gardening is cheaper than therapy and you get carrots.
How lovely is that?
That's my life, except I've got no carrots.
That made lovely Janet from All In Creators go next, guffaw in the corner. She loved that.
Yeah. So we've got lots of flowers and we've got no veg this year. I've just planted my strawberries, and they're doing well.
Lovely.
But I love how this has been die cut, and I think that die is actually in the set as well. Let me just check. Is it actually in there? I'm not sure if it is. Oh, no, I don't think it is. I think that's the little rectangle. But I just love how, I think this is Christine. Oh, Natalia. She just poked these, and they're growing out of that little window, that little aperture, and I just love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So, you know, just gorgeous, and they're just the stamps in this collection. There's just so much that you can create and play with.
We are busier and busier. We've got about 9 minutes left on the show.
Wow.
Would you care to get ready for another demo?
Yeah, sure.
You get yourself ready. I'm going to remind everybody what we've got. So if you want to go for the Summer Garden Big Bundle, £90.38 is your price on these. But we do have, I mean, that's reduced from 190, so you've got a saving of about £100 there. But we do have a three-way split pay as well. £30 and 12p is your price on that one. If you want to split the cost, one payment today. What's today? The 28th? 28th of May. The second payment will be the 28th of June. Third and final payment will be the 28th of July, but this will be sent out to you from the birthday-loving Polka Doodles in just a few short days, which is brilliant. Now let's get some essentials on for you as well. Your blending brushes, your ink blending brushes, always go crazy, and if you are treating yourself to the birthday prices and you haven't got these, then pop them in your basket. Nikki, you've got these over by you, my lovely, haven't you? These are the fabulous stencil brushes we've got for you.
Yeah.
A 5-pack for £8.49. It goes without saying the value of the money is great, but what are we actually getting for our money?
Okay, so you're going to get a set of 5 detail brushes. These are just fabulous. I mean, I cannot be without these. When we first got these, I literally just couldn't believe how many times I used them. I wasn't sure when we first got them because we had the bigger brushes first. And when I first got them, I was kind of like, don't know if I'm really going to use these that much, but you know, I use them all the time. They're just fantastic for using with stencils and just getting in all of those sort of fine details that you know, kind of have with your stencils. So for instance, with the grasses here, let me grab a green one here. So, you know, this is quite a fine detail stencil. So what it means is that you can actually really get right into that. Let me, do you know, I've got my tape around the wrong way, never mind. Okay, so let me just hold that down. Whoops, no, let me get a bit of tape, because I'm going to make a mess of it.
Just say what we'll do. If you want to go for the stencil bundle, you can see those on your screen now as well. Oh no, those are the blending brushes, aren't they? We'll put the stencils on the other side. So if you want to go for the set of 3 stencils, it's kind of 4 stencils, but in sets of 3 if you like, which are the clouds, and you've got the sunrise, the sunset, the moon, the stars, and of course you also have in there as well the grass that Nikki is using at the moment. We'll pop that up on the side of your screen. There it is, $11.99 is your price for those. Well worth going for, and those were very busy before.
Yeah, so when you kind of, my point is, when you kind of doing a very detailed stencil like this, is sometimes when you're using a bigger brush, it can actually lift the edges of the stencil because there's a lot of loose edges here, so this would lift. So when you're using a small one like this, you can just apply shorter strokes, you've got more control. It also means that when you're doing something like this, for instance, you could actually get 2 colours going. So if you kind of start using this one, you can actually blend in there as well. So it just means that you have more control. So if you just wanted to do this small area, for instance, say for instance I was doing a little flower here, I could just literally stencil that section. So look, I could, if I use the edge, this is why I love them so much, because it just gives you that control. So, if I can get a hold of it. So look, I've just done that one piece. I couldn't do that with this. It would be everywhere. It would kind of go over. Obviously, you're going to use these as well. And our stencil brushes are not too large, because if you have a really, like, they're great for really big areas. But in practically, you know, mainly as a card maker, I'm not using those big brushes. I'm using them to create smaller areas. So like, for instance, here, I can then go in and create my background here. So look, I could create a nice misty kind of background there. And, you know, you, again, creating your sand for that, you know, for that gorgeous beach scene that we did before. You know, so they work hand in hand. So you kind of need both, I would say.
Well, then let's give the details. If you want to go for the smaller ones that Nikki was using, they're on your screen, $8.49. But if you want to go for the larger ones, and we'll show you a picture of exactly what you're getting as well, then we do have those on the show too. There they are. $16.99 is not your price. Oh no, those 5 rainbow coloured Joy blending brushes, let's get them down, $9.99. Lisa and Gwent, you'd already checked out. You always pay the lowest price, no matter how you order, whether it's via the phone, the website, or the app. Don't forget that website, Bobby, or the what? It's all the W's what? Thanking you. I forgot what I was saying then, didn't I? Yeah, hobbymaker.com is the place where you can go and check it out. We're coming towards the end of this hour, but obviously do carry on ordering after the hour as well. Nikki, come and join me, my lovely, just to say, thank you for these birthday deals. I absolutely love them. Just the samples as well. I mean, I'm sure you've seen loads of these samples throughout the show, but just to prove that, I mean, you can make the most delicious cards. And if you look at Polka Doodles cards, you think like, I'd never be able to make that. Oh, Nikki's so good. It's like, you know, so advanced. I'm going to say this now, when you have the right product and the right techniques, which you learn from this fabulous lady, you will be able to do it as well. Even if you have only just begun your beautiful crafting journey, these are all achievable.
They really are. And the kind of, it's in the design, like you say, it's in the product. All you've got to do is learn how to stamp and just stamp it. If you've got a stamp platform, that kind of pretty much does the job for you anyway. You don't even have to colour these. You colour black and white, or just do one spot of colour. Just pick out on that little card, pick out just like a couple of flowers. You know, doing black and white is very trendy right now.
That's
so
just
you
gorgeous.
can just, isn't that phenomenal? That's, I mean, they're all dyes. So, you know, I never even got to show you that card. It's over there. But absolutely gorgeous. And if you want to see more, all the samples, I think, are pretty much on the Hobbymaker website with the products.
They are indeed.
And if they're not, then they're on our website. We have a massive gallery that's got thousands
So
of
remind
cards
people again,
in there.
website-wise, it's polkadoodles.com.
Polkadoodles.com, yeah, or .co.uk.
And then also, if people want to find you on the Facebook page, what was that, Nikki, again? Remind us
Craft
there.
stamp colour with polka doodles.
Craft stamp colour with polka doodles. Right, the big bundle. Ellie, are you telling me the truth? Well, you're not lying to me, are you? We're over allocating. Basically, if
Wow.
everybody checks out now, it's sold out and gone.
Oh my gosh.
Is that right,
everyone.
Ellie? Yeah, basically,
Wow.
if everybody checks out now, it's sold out. Gone.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
peaked
Thanks
at the
so
end,
much
isn't it?
for everyone.
Do you know what that is? People were watching you, and as soon as you finish demoing, it's that whoosh
yeah.
on the line. You inspired so many.
I'm so glad. You're going to love the collection. It's gorgeous.
I am going to say the following people need to check out: Petra, love your name, in Hampshire; Lorna in Fife; Dawn; Carol in Bristol; Hyatt in Greater London. You've got a great name as well. Jean in South Yorkshire; Rainey, another great name, in Greater Manchester. You all have it in your basket, but you need to check out. If we are over allocating, one thing is certain: when everybody checks out, some people are going to miss out because we don't have enough stock for everybody. So if you want to grab it now. It's the big bundle, a TV exclusive today. You're seeing it for the first time on TV anywhere here at Hobbymaker today, and it's at a birthday price. It should be, what was it, £190 we said?
Yeah.
Originally, it's down to £90.38.
Had a lot of stock as well. I can't believe all that stock.
I can, because people love what you do, and
Wow.
you think as a crafter for crafters.
I try to, yeah, I really try to put myself in your shoes of what I would want. That's why you get 2 paper packs. That's why you get 2 sets of dots, because that's what I would want. It would annoy me that I only had 1, so that's kind of...
People, we love you, and so do people out there. Nikki Hall, thank you so much. Always an absolute joy to have
Thank
you
you,
here.
everyone.
Give me love to your husband as well.
I will.
Bless you. But Nikki is back at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, with lots of
With more.
chipboard and MDF. You don't miss it, because it's just, we have the best show ever.
These lovely people won't miss it. They're going to be sat here till 9 o'clock tonight
love
watching
it.
all the hot crafting action. I'll be back after the break with Janet Pring from All and Create. We've got a fabulous show just for you. We will see you then. Bye.